EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. When you look at this defense, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem? When they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete, and he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Penny, a first down carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
In motion left goes Cooks. They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Penny, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And I like the idea here to get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
The handoff, running left is Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Penny. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, it's awfully tempting to go for this, isn't it?
It certainly is, and there's a big part of me that says let's go ahead and do it because they've got momentum. It's been a nice drive to start the game, but from this distance, the odds aren't with them at all. Take the 3 points, feel good about that, come back and get the touchdown on your next drive.
Yeah, and you're on the road, so snag the lead while you can. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's what we his game partner was going to sit back in this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
We heard it, Jack. You don't have the bar. Everybody heard it. Hey, full fury.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Hey, go steal.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's wild.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long for Young. He's got his man London right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Again, it's Penny. Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 83.
I know what you're talking about. I just didn't want to do it, bro. I know what you're talking about, bro.
Season continues here.
I just didn't want to do it.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Running left, it's Penny. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing
They don't. I wasn't getting pulled nowhere.
They gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
The Cowboys 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I can't even play that
was a lot
better,
of
bro.
fun right there because that was the game within the game.
Yeah.
3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he's got room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Niggas coming free. Nah, I'm just saying, niggas coming free. Like, I'm trying to see why they not blocking.
Understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run. Give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Yeah, everybody on my team getting blocked.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle range just shy of the 40. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Panthers at 500, sitting at 5-5. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
I'm not tripping right now either.
Pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action, Young being chased out left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. To the air again, Prescott. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They get it to him running left, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, Young. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Young. This one swung out to Williams. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throws caught by Schoonmaker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Final play of the half. Prescott. Cooks on the quick slant. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the 1st half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the 2nd half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On second down, Williams. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defense in front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
That's
and this
crazy.
has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is
right,
making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They begin with a run by Penny. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's Penny running right. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 4.
Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down, Cowboys.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
You can cut it out. I can't hear that.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Throwing, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Young.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Young.
Come on, bro.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
So
trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
I'm handling Wednesday.
Duvernay in motion. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down.
Come on, bro.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go
Sit in there just to check over.
And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
Then the fucking other play not in there. Like it got removed.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Prescott to throw it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
97. Drill. 52.
That's good for the Panthers.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. Down to about the 22 here. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
Young to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Young now.
Come on, bro.
In a heavy
Under
traffic,
pressure.
and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackled on the play by Damari Mathis.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, 47. Kill. 47.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Pulled in at the 24. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. Oh, Young loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Up the middle, it's Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Young on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Like, this nigga just coming through.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready?
Now Young. This pass is caught by London. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Young. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Wait. Ready.
Here's Young from the shotgun.
And
that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They run. It's Williams. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. Now he's into the clear again. How about this? He's to the 10. And he
there's no way they be blocking like that too, son. Like, and my niggas can't get no fucking block. Niggas not going block no fucking body.
He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do
It is
that.
what it
But
is.
let's
Fuck
be
it.
honest about it.
Nigga not blocking nobody, son.
That's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as
No
if he's been
fucking
playing his
body,
own
son.
game
It's
of,
ridiculous.
Can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular.
Niggas, I'm double teaming niggas, and that nigga coming free.
Concern, but the extra point's up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
That's ridiculous,
and in
bro.
hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's watch.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready
Watch how
to
nobody
go.
block.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked to.
Look at this shit, boy. Look at that shit, though. Look at that shit, though. That's crazy, son. And had I got that all game, son, had I got that all game, it'd be a different fucking game, son. I'm watching niggas come free and shit, dog. I'm watching niggas come free on me, son.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there.
That's
to get
bullshit,
to him
bro.
and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film.
Then ain't
and
nobodies
understanding
that's just
defensively what the play design
getting
was.
back there.
They go play action. Young. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Just bullshit.
Here is Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 4th down, Young. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Penny, a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
You need to call the timeout to do this.
And they will take a knee here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this